All right, as you guys heard, this meeting is now being recorded. So, welcome to everybody here. And listen, I want you to think back exactly a year ago. We talked about this last night. A year ago, you probably would have seen us in the same exact position, right? We were on a Zoom like this. We were talking about something that was new, something that was amazing, something that was coming called Lion Share. And what that turned out to be was a huge blessing in 2020 that people needed. And if you look at some of the statistics and the numbers and all those things, numbers don't lie. So you can see that we've done phenomenal things. But also wasn't what I love most about Lionshare, and I've said this so many times, is the community, right? The numbers are the numbers, the products are the products, the technology, even though it's the best, it is the technology. It is the people that makes this thing go round. This is your contract. This is the people's contract. And if you guys remember, we actually sent out surveys at, I don't know, I guess it was probably March or April of this year. Like, hey, if we were to do something, what would you guys like to see? What would you like to see Lion's Share turn into? Because, this is your contract. We just happen to have the development team behind it, but this is yours, whatever y'all want to happen. And we took all that data, all that information, and we've created this amazing thing that I get to share with you here today. Now, we're going to be doing these calls literally every single day. I release the call schedule and we'll release it again on Telegram today. But I want you to use this as a platform, not to come and listen to me talk, right? But to come and introduce people to Lionshare, because the key things that I want you to know before we even get into the new contract is you are already a step ahead of everybody. If you are in Lionshare right now, that is the only way that you're going to get access to this new contract, is being in the current Lionshare. So you have to be at least part of L1 or L2 to even get access to the new contract that we're going to be showing you here today. So if you are one of those people that maybe you started with us back in July, or maybe you started with us in the Tron contract, and you've been catching this information, you decided to come out and see what's going on. Let me tell you something, okay? Whether you have an existing team here inside of Lionshare, or maybe you've been out there marketing and your reach is much bigger now, you want to have your people here. And as you see this new compensation plan, as you see the new opportunity I'm going to share with you here today, you will see very quickly that people are literally going to be flocking, and I do mean running and sprinting to what we have going on. It may take a second for it really to click with people what we've been able to do with this new compensation plan and what we're offering. But I'm telling you right now, once it starts to click, once the leaders get it, once the people get it, it is game over. We are going to break some records. We are going to change some lives in 2021 and beyond. And we've talked about this many times, right? We are the king of smart contracts and the queens, right? I see a lot of queens out here today who have helped us build this amazing platform. So, I want to say thank you for that. Now, as we get into this PowerPoint presentation, I want you guys to think about a few things here, okay? And I asked this question last night, but we have a totally different crowd. I think we only had like 150 people last night, so not a huge crowd. I bet we get close to that here today. And my prediction is, as we get this thing going, we will see thousands on here, okay? But let me ask you a question, okay? And if you were here last night, don't cheat and don't answer. I want to ask y'all, in your opinion, okay, in your opinion, just use the chat. If you guys could select or just say, hey, this is the number one problem that people face in network marketing or affiliate marketing. This is the number one challenge that I see people face, or maybe you're facing it yourself. I want you to just put in the chat what you think that issue traditionally is in network marketing, what the challenge is. And maybe some of you leaders out there, you can give me some good stuff as well. Like, hey, my team, this is generally where we struggle. Or new people that I'm introducing this is where we struggle. Just throw some stuff in the chat. That'll help me actually see what's going on. Finding people. Arnold says finding people. That's a good one, Arnold. People are not truthful. Well, Louis, I got news for you, man. That can be anywhere, right? And not just in affiliate marketing. Let's see here. Recruiting new people. People think after giving the info, so getting people to make that decision. I get what you're saying. So kind of the same thing, right, Vicky? Getting people to move. So I don't really have to go any further, okay? Because I want to tell you what I feel and what I've seen out there, like not only from being an owner, but also being a distributor, being in this industry as a consultant. The biggest challenges that I see out there are getting people to be able to earn money quick enough, right? To keep them in the game, to have at least some sign of positive stuff that's going on inside of their business, to keep them in the game long enough for them to actually break through and become an entrepreneur, right? That is traditionally it, because I want you to think about something. When you get started in this industry, you already have people telling you, hey, don't do it. Don't do it, right? That's a scam. You don't want to do that. And then once you get in there, if things are not working the way that you want it to, and let me kind of tell you what I mean by that. Usually, when you get into this, a lot of times the reasons and the decisions that you got started with something, in this industry is that you want to make money. That's usually someone's number one reason. Sometimes it's products, and sometimes it's, being part of community, and all those things are important. But most of the time, if you really boil it down, it's like, hey, it's about making money. And you already have that outside influence of people, right? They're already telling you, hey, this is not going to work. Don't put your money into it. And then when things are not happening as fast as you want to, because you're on fire, you're excited, especially when you get started, you're like, hey, no, I'm going to be making thousands of dollars. Just watch, 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 watch. And then when they want to see how much money you're making and you don't have any to show, it really deflates you, and it deflates your entire ability to go out there and share with others, right? That is the number one thing that I would say is the challenge in network marketing. And if you look at a traditional network marketing plan, it's usually built for the majority of people to fail. Now, I know that's a really bold statement to say, but it's the truth. If you look at the way that most plans actually work, they are designed for the majority of people to fail. That's the only way some people can succeed. And I know that people could say, hey, well, that's true in life as well, right? Some fail, some succeed, and that's correct. What I'm going to be introducing here today is something that I think eliminates that obstacle number one, the obstacle of something never, growing, something never being able to show as far as, hey, I got started with this. I'm not the biggest recruiter in the world. I'm not the number one salesperson in the world. I don't have this huge network. Can I still earn income? Can I still earn money? What we're going to be talking about today is going to give you that ability, right? And what it does is it springboards you into a whole nother level. Once you start to have that believability and seeing these things hit your account, all of a sudden, you're like, hey, now I can share this with people. Now, you might be a leader out there, like kind of rolling your eyes, being like, man, these people should just get out there and do it, right? It's easier said than done. You have to remember back and think back when you very first got started in this industry, how that works. So what I'm going to share with you here today is the brand new Lion Share contract. I'm going to break down exactly how this is going to be able to work. Before I get into the PowerPoint presentation, I do want to remind you of a couple things that are key about Lion Share. With our technology, which I truly believe is the best, and you're going to hear me say that multiple times because I believe it, right? One thing that we were able to do and that we're going to continue to do is we are the only smart contract out there that I know of that has been able to take a database and implement it into another smart contract so you can actually keep your organization, right? Most smart contracts, if you look out there today, most smart contracts, when they start a new contract, it's a free for all, right? Everyone's just running to try to get positioning. You've already done a lot of work inside of Lionshare, right? Some of you have built tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in your organization. We're going to allow those people to move into this new contract with you. All they have to do is upgrade, right? And get started. So think about that for a second. You have a built-in system, a built-in organization that's already there. The question is, are you going to step up and get these people excited? Hopefully I can help you, and hopefully this makes sense. And if Velocity, what I'm about to introduce to you, makes sense, I just gave it away, then it'll make sense to everyone, and it's going to be an amazing summer. I know that for sure. So with that being said, what I want to do right now is I want to go ahead and get started here, and I'm actually going to share this presentation with you. Now, before I do it, I want to ask y'all, can everybody see my screen? Can you give me a number one if you can see my screen? Just a number one. All right. Thank y'all. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. If you guys remember, I am not the most technical person when it comes to Zoom, so I struggle at times. So you're going to hear me ask some questions. I just want to keep you guys involved, right? Also, we have people that are jumping in here, so I'm continually having to let people in. So just know as I'm looking here, I'm letting people in. If you see me all over the board, that's exactly what I'm doing. So, all right, without further ado, let's get this thing rolling so I can get you out of here like in the next 30 minutes or so and be able to answer your questions at the same time. Right now, I'm going to shut the chat. I'm shutting my chat off so I don't have it in front of me. So I won't be able to answer questions until the end. Okay. And I really want you guys to go into this with a really, really, truly open mind, because what I'm going to show you here today is something that you've never seen, especially from a compensation plan standpoint. And I'm going to give you the truth. Okay. Just as we always do here. You guys know we are honest almost to a fault at times. And we've even been, a little bit controversial out there with being honest. So what I'm going to show you, what I'm going to talk about here today, and some of the things that I'm going to say, hey, it is what it is. Okay. So just take that with what it is. So let's go ahead. Let's talk really quickly about lion share history. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because we talked some about this already. We launched our very first contract back in July of 2020. So if you got here late, the one thing I talked about is, hey, if you would look at YouTube from a year ago, I'm betting that you could see videos exactly like this, where we're talking about this brand new concept that was just coming to the marketplace called lion share, and how excited we were. And we had the world, on fire. Now you also remember we kept postponing that, kept postponing it, kept postponing it. And finally, we were able to launch that thing in July of 2020. So we're just almost a year old as a smart contract. We were the first technology to ever come out that had a true follow me system, which means that you always follow your sponsor into every matrix. That is a huge, huge thing. Okay. And some of you, if you're brand new, that's not going to make sense right now, but trust me when I say that is a huge, huge thing, right? Secondly, we have done, well, I guess maybe this is thirdly, if you're looking at the bullet points, we've done over 115 million in revenue. Now that's at the current Tron price, right? 115 million. When I say we've done it in revenue, that means 115 million has been paid out to our members, right? Because remember, it is a peer-to-peer system and it goes directly out there. We have over 206,000 participants. Obviously, that means that we're doing something right, still growing every single day. In March of 2021, we came out with our own token called Series. It has no intrinsic value. We don't trade it on, any exchanges. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that. That's just not what we do with this specific token. Okay. Our uptime has been 99.99%, which means I bet it's been very rare that you could ever look, and maybe never look at lion share and it actually be down from go to the website and it's not up. I don't think you've ever had that happen, but we have had times where we've had to, hey, we're pausing for an hour or two while we're doing some maintenance. We've been very, very good at that, right? So just keep that in mind. We've had a great uptime, so it's been good. What I'm going to be introducing you to today is our brand new smart contract called Velocity. Okay. We named it Velocity, and most of y'all know what velocity means, but some of y'all, English is your second language. So velocity is literally just talking about the speed in which something moves, right? Like how quickly something moves into motion. That is why we chose the name Velocity. I'm very excited about it. What you're going to find out about this contract is it's something that I'm not going to say that we are the first to the market that has something similar to this. I've seen others come out with this, but it most of the time has either been a couple different things. And we're going to talk about this as we get going. Okay. But let's just focus on what we have right here today. Number one, there's really four components of velocity that make it so powerful. Number one, our technology, right? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. You guys have heard me talk about it. You know it yourself. Our technology has attracted people literally from around the globe that want to do business with Lionshare, that want to be able to use the development team and use the technology we've created because they know that it works. You would be shocked at some of the biggest smart contracts out there that have come to us asking for our help, right? Number two, our innovative marketing plan. Now, what does that mean? Affiliate marketing plan. Well, what I'm going to show you here today is a compensation plan that you've literally never seen ever in any company, right? Or any smart contract, that's for sure. I'm going to show you something new, and it's going to have to open up your eyes. And it's only the second time I've been able to explain it. So I'm going to try to do better than what I did last night at explaining this. Number three, a passive earning potential with a legitimate company, legitimacy behind it. What do I mean by that? Well, we've seen a lot of smart contracts. We've seen a lot of companies that have popped up that have nothing in the background that's actually true or real, right? Most of the time you have a smart contract that says, hey, come put your money here and you can actually grow it and do nothing, even though there's nothing behind it. And what we've said as a company, we've made it very clear multiple times, or as a smart contract, is those type of smart contracts go away. If there's nothing behind it that's actually working, how can you offer someone anything in return, right? They have to actually work it. So we've seen these companies that have crumbled. We're going to be talking about inside of Velocity, the legitimacy behind it, the anonymous transparency of what we do. What I love about smart contracts, and you all have heard me say this many, many times, is the fact that it takes the human aspect out of it, right? The ability to make the mistakes that you might make as a human, whether your intentions are good or bad or irrelevant, there are mistakes that are made as humans, right? We all have mistakes in our life. We've all made mistakes. What a smart contract does is it takes that human element out of it, right? The transactions that happen, you never have to worry of, are they going to happen? They've already been deployed on the blockchain. They cannot not happen, right? I know that's a double negative, but they have to happen because they are set up and programmed to do so. That is the beauty of a smart contract, and that's what we're going to be showing you here with Velocity. So how does this thing work, and why am I so excited about it? Well, if you remember, I said that the biggest challenge that you see out there in people as far as getting started in network marketing is that they don't have the skill set to go out there and bring in a bunch of people. They don't earn any income. They get frustrated, they quit, they blame you, right? That's just the truth. That's the way that it traditionally works in any type of affiliate or network marketing. What Velocity is going to do is it's going to allow people to get started here. It's going to allow people to grow their Tron, grow their asset, right, to a different level, regardless of whether they get out there and they refer people or not. This is really important for you to understand. So the breakdown on how this is going to work is for every single Tron that comes into Lionshare, and I'm going to show you the packages and show you how all that works here in just a second. But every single Tron that comes in, 65% of it is going to go into trading. 30% of it's going to go into the compensation plan, so the rewards plan, and then we have 5% transaction fees. Okay, I'm going to break all this down for you right now and show you how it works. And we're going to start with the 65% that is actually going into the trading side of it. Okay, Velocity Trading, we work directly with registered hedge funds to be able to help grow your Tron, multiple hedge funds out there to be able to help you grow your Tron. These are these are legitimate companies, right? These are legitimate companies that are going to help grow this. What Velocity brings to the table inside of this is the smart contract feature, right? Being able to use our smart contract technology to facilitate all of this. So we're offering this to you here today. It's something that's, number one, going to be super affordable, and number two, give someone the ability to get started, to be able to grow their Tron, to be able to get that confidence, to be able to learn those skill sets that they need to learn in order to become the entrepreneur that they need to become. And that's what Velocity is going to offer to people. So here's exactly how it works. Number one, someone gets started, and we're going to talk about the packages here in just a second, but you know how we do it. We're going to keep it affordable to the masses. But number one, 65% of that is deployed, right? 65% of it is going to go into the Tron. And I still haven't fixed this. I know I forgot the W in the Tron growth trading. Okay, so just know that I see that because someone will point it out. I will get that updated. Okay, but 65% is going into that, right? The way it's going to work is that we are going to pay this growth bonus every Thursday. So every Thursday, once a week, every Thursday after the onboarding period, you're going to receive a payment, a growth bonus directly to your Tron wallet. Okay, just keep that in mind. This is really important for you to get. There is an onboarding period. So once you start, there's basically a 2-week period there that you won't receive this payment. After the second week, that very first Thursday, you will begin to receive this. Now, why are Thursdays important? I've told you all this for a long time. Thursday's always been my favorite day growing up. And the reason why is because that's always been payday for my parents, right? One got paid one week, one got paid the next. I always knew that was the day we were going out to eat. I love Thursdays. That's just the bottom line. So Thursday is the payday, but just know that there is that onboarding period. So you just know that. So when you're going to get started with this, there will be a period of time that you don't see that bonus hit until the Thursday after your 14th day. Okay. Now you're going to receive this directly to your wallet. You can withdraw it and you can get it started. Okay. So, and you can convert it. You can do whatever you want with that Tron, but important to understand. Now, I want to talk really quickly about some things that are real versus some things that just, they're absolutely not real. Okay. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I know most of you out there, if you've been in this industry for any amount of time, there's a lot of junk out there, right? There's a lot of people that are just trying to create something to take money from you and leave. We've seen it multiple times. So I want to give you a couple key things that you need to know that are real versus some things that are not real. So what is real? Well, number one, we know market fluctuation is real, right? We know that the market is going to go up. We know that the market is going to go down. There's not a trading opportunity out there that just goes straight up forever. It's not the way it works. The markets go up, markets go down. You have to understand that. And the reason why I tell you that is if you're dealing with any type of company that's saying, hey, it's forever going up, you have this guaranteed rate of return, all this stuff, that does not work. As you can see, what's real? There's no guarantees, right? There's no guarantees. If someone's offering you that, hey, we're going to pay you 2 to 5% every single day, it's going to hit 7 days a week or 5 days a week or whatever it is, folks, it is not reality, right? There's no transparency with that, and it is not reality. Which brings me to my next point. What is real? Well, smart contract technology is real, right? Nothing can be hidden. It is all out there. The code is out there for you to be able to see. So you'll have complete transparency on exactly what is going on here. What is not real? When there's no transparency whatsoever, when you have no clue what is going on, right? What is actually happening? Those are the things that aren't real. So the reason why I'm telling you that is I want you to be careful, regardless of whether you grow and build your lion's share business and your velocity. It doesn't matter. You still need to be aware of what is going on in the industry today and be able to protect you and your team, because there's a lot of people that will get hurt if you don't, right? So just pay attention to that. So let's talk about this velocity growth bonus, right? We know that 65% of the money goes in from every package and goes into registered hedge funds, allows you to be able to grow your Tron. That is a key. Well, every Thursday, 95% of whatever that bonus is going to be paid to you. There's going to be 5% left, and I'm going to show you what that 5% is going to go to, but 95% of it's going to you. So here's the deal. Let's just say that tomorrow we were able to produce, I don't know, 0.5% or 1% or whatever it is. You're going to get paid 95% of that, right? 95% of it will be paid to you every single Thursday after your onboarding period. So you're going to be able to withdraw those funds. So I want you to think about that for a second. All these people that have talked about, hey, I haven't been able to earn any income. There's no money hitting my Tron account. We've fixed this. This is automatic every single Thursday, assuming that the market is right and we have actually made money over that 7-day period, which I'm going to guess that we have over that collective time. You're going to get paid that, right? Now, in addition to that, here's where it gets really hot. There's many of you out there that want to be rewarded for introducing people inside of the Lion's Share family. So as those returns come in, guess what? When you personally sponsor somebody, you're going to get 5% of that. So let's just say, for instance, you had 10 people out there that you personally sponsored, right? And those 10 people are all getting a payment every single Thursday, right? Because their Tron is growing. Of that payment, you're going to get 5% of it because you personally sponsored these people. Now, here's the key thing. You don't have to own the package that they own. There's some of you out there that you just don't have the money, right? You might be able to introduce someone that has a lot of money, but you may not have it yet. You're trying to build to that. You're still going to be able to receive this 5% bonus from their trading, which is pretty cool, right? It allows you to have that residual component of Lion's Share without having someone pay constantly or have that monthly fee that's coming in. So very important. Now, let's get into the actual compensation plan. And before we do this, I want you to really open up your mind. And I also want you to understand that one component of this is something that none of us have ever seen. It's never been done in this industry. It's brand new. It's innovative. And I'm going to do my best to explain it to you. But my intention, honestly, today was to have my PowerPoint to be able to draw something out. I got to thinking, I was like, this is going to be the first introduction for a lot of people. I'm going to be shooting a video. Okay. So I'm going to be shooting a video that breaks down the new compensation plan in detail. So you will be able to access that, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to be drawing or doing anything that today, which is probably a good thing because you guys have seen my technical skills on that. But let's go on and get this thing started. Okay. Number one, I want to remind you, it is not a requirement for you to go out there and refer anyone inside of the Lion's Share Velocity Smart Contract in order to be able to earn. You can get started with us. 65% of your money will go to work, and you can receive your payments every Thursday after your onboarding period. So you don't actually have to go out there and refer others. You don't have to build a team or an organization. Obviously, if you decide to do it, your income potential is going to go drastically up. But remember, 30% of what we do inside of our smart contract will be sent into this compensation plan. So the compensation plan that we're about to go over right now, 30% of every Tron that goes in here goes into this package, right? So it's important to understand that. Now, all commissions are still going to be paid peer to peer. So you're not going to have to worry about, hey, is the company going to pay us? Is it going to show up today? It's instant, right? So even though that the trading bonus is paid weekly every Thursday, our commission structure, our payment structure remains the same. It is peer to peer. It goes instantly and directly to you, and you can withdraw it anytime you want. So just keep that in mind, right? It's going to go instantly to your wallet. So that's just important to understand. You're never going to have to wonder, hey, is something going to show up or not? Now, all payments are done through the smart contract, as you know. So there's complete transparency on every single thing that we do. So you can always watch and see exactly what's going on, which is great, right? That's exactly what we all need and all we want. Now, let's talk about the first bonus here. The first bonus is what we call the direct sales bonus. You could call it a referral bonus. You could call it a sponsor bonus. It works like this. Anyone that you refer into Lionshare, you are going to receive a 5% referral bonus for whatever package they purchase. Now, we have 16 different packages. We're going to show you the prices. You can earn 5% every single time they buy any package, okay? And what's really cool is you don't actually have to own the package in order to earn this 5%. So I might be at the lowest package. I might refer someone who purchases the highest package. Well, guess what? You're going to be able to earn that 5% bonus, which is a really, really cool thing, right? Because the truth is, like I said, some of us may not have the money today, but you may be able to refer people that do have the money to build your way up to that. You're still going to receive that 5% bonus. So really simple to understand, instant directly to you. 5% of the 30% goes out in a direct sales bonus. Now, the next bonus we're all familiar with is built into our 2x2 matrix. Now, I talked about this last night, and I really want people to pay attention, okay? There's some of you out here today, and you look at this, you saw the 5% bonus, that probably excited you. You see the 2x2, and you're like, man, the 2x2, we've seen the 2x2 be out there. It's something that's old. Let me tell you something. The first company I ever started, which was back in 2000, well, it was actually 2007, but 2009 had a 2x2 matrix. You saw what happened in 2020 with all these different 1x3, 2x2 matrices. Nobody in this world can convince me that 2x2s are outdated or they don't work. They do work, right? But they require a couple special things in order to work. Number one, the way that matrices usually work is someone has to cycle. So the entire matrix has to fill up in order to pay a commission, which creates a lot of stalled matrices. Now, it also creates a lot of breakage for the company, which is usually good. But since ours is peer to peer, you don't deal with that stalling, right? Commissions are paid every single time a sale is made inside of Lionshare, inside our 2x2. And it's going to work the same way that our previous contract did. Cell number one and cell number two are going to go upline. Cell number 3, 4, and 5 are going to go directly to you, and cell number 6 is going to go to your sponsor, creating a cycle and starting a new matrix for you. Now, there's a couple things that I want you to remember. There's 16 different packages here. You can cycle on any package as many times as you want. There's many of you out there that literally cycled hundreds of times on our previous contracts. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because what I'm about to show you, okay, inside of the velocity, the new compensation plan, the cycling is going to be important. The understanding of how quickly a 2x2 works is going to be very, very important as I'm about to show you this new part of the compensation plan, like I said, that has never, ever been seen in this industry before, that's going to fix a lot of the challenges that you've had in other comp plans. So what I'm introducing you to right now is what we call the Velocity Hybrid Unilevel. It's literally combining the best of both worlds, which is the speed of a matrix, which we all have to admit, the speed of a 2x2 matrix is amazing. The challenge with it is that it sometimes slows down, it sometimes stalls. What we're creating here is the speed of the matrix, and we're combining it with the ability to earn deep and wide in your organization, right? A unilevel allows you to earn very deep sometimes. Ours happens to be 15 levels. There's others that are even larger than that. But the challenge is this. If you are a very big leader, there comes a time when your group is well below that 15 levels. You're doing all this work, you're putting in all this effort, and you have nothing to show for it, right? It becomes challenging for you to want to stay with that. What I'm going to show you here today, if you can wrap your head around it, you're going to see that this is going to fix that problem for you. It's going to allow you to build as quickly, as wide as you want, also as deep as you want, creating multiple opportunities for you to earn every time a sale comes in to Lion Share. Okay. Now, 10%, and I didn't tell you this, 10% of the 30% goes into the 2x2 matrix, and 10% of the 30% goes into this velocity hybrid unilevel. Okay, I didn't tell you that. So we got 5% in the direct sales bonus. We've got 10% in the 2x2, and now we've got 10% in the hybrid unilevel. I want to make sure that you guys get those numbers. And I've already sent this out on Telegram, but you're going to get access to this as well to break it down. But let's get into this because this is super important stuff. I want you to imagine for a second, okay? You've got your 2x2 matrix. What you may not know about a matrix or the way matrices are actually programmed is that all matrices are connected inside of Lion Share. In fact, inside of any matrix company, even though it's a 2x2 matrix. So you have your two people, and then you have those four people. In your mind, you might be thinking, well, that's it. That's the only little matrix in there. That's not true. There's one gigantic matrix. So every single person in every 2x2 matrix and every single time you cycle shows up in one huge company matrix. You don't realize that, you don't see that, it is behind the scenes. The reason why I'm telling you that is because it's very, very important that you're going to need to understand that you're going to show up in this company matrix multiple times as you cycle, right? So you have multiple opportunities to cycle, and this all leads and is connected to your 2x2 matrix. So this unilevel that we're talking about is actually connected to the movement in your 2x2 matrix. So the more times that you cycle, the more opportunity you have inside of every single package. So I want you to imagine for a second that every single time you cycled, so every single time you created a brand new matrix, you gave yourself a potential to earn another 2,046 potential commission payments. You heard me right. Now, those numbers sound insane because imagine this. You have 16 different packages and you have 2,046 times just from the beginning to be able to earn. And then every single time you cycle, adding that again. What if you cycled 10 times? That's over 20,000 potential earning opportunities for you. Folks, it gets crazy. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in 1 second, but you need to understand that the power in this and the speed in this is second to none. You also need to understand that once people lock their heads around this and once they truly understand it, the people are going to come flocking. They're going to come running. The leaders are going to freak out because they're going to see that their income potential is massive. And I do mean massive. Even though 10% is only going into this, the income potential gets insane. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. I'm going to try my best to break this down for you in a couple different ways. And I'm going to try to do better than what I did last night. Okay. Number one, what you're looking at here, I hope everybody can actually see my mouse, but what you're looking at here, this little square right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back here. This little square right here indicates your sponsor. Okay. Just for this example, I'm going to give you a couple different ways to look at it, but this little square right here, this 3D square is your sponsor. Okay. You are somewhere in here in your sponsors matrix. You may be spot number 1. You may be spot number 2, 3, 4, 5, or even spot number 6, but this is your sponsor. Okay. I want everybody to give me a number 1 in the chat that you get this, that this 3D square right here is your sponsor. That's not you. That is your sponsor. Can everybody give me a number 1 that you got that before I move on? Because I want to make sure that you guys get this because it's important to understand. All right. Awesome. Thank y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that participation. Okay. So here you are. This is your sponsor. You are somewhere down here. So let's just say that you came in at the number 3 spot. Okay. So you came in at the number 3 spot. When you came in at the number 3 spot, whatever package you purchased, and I'm going to show you what the package prices are here in just a minute. Whatever package you purchased, we know that 10% of it's going to be split up into this unilevel that is going to pay upline. So here you are, you're in spot number 3, you pay your amount. Okay. Whatever that amount is to come in, you pay that amount in Tron. It's going to be split between number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So you make the payment. 10% of it. So let's just say that you put in 10,000 Tron, 1,000 Tron would be paid up this line here. Okay. Here you are. This is your sponsor. This is you. It is paid up line. So I want you to think about it a different way now. Okay. Let's think about it a different way to help you kind of open up your eyes. This is you. This is you at the very top. You built your organization. Remember, I told you that all 2x2s are connected. So every single person that you refer has their own 2x2 matrix. Every single person that's put into your matrix by someone else has their own matrix, right? So here you are at the very top. Let's just assume this is a second. This is for you. Your organization is building. You may not even have anything to do with these people, but every single one of these people have their own 2x2 matrix, right? So this is just showing a line, but they all have a matrix attached to them. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense. You understand this is you, number 7, this is you at the top right now. And every single person in this company, including you, have their own matrix. Give me a number 2 if that makes sense. Number 7 is you right now in this example. All these people, including you, have your own 2x2 matrix. Give me a number 2 if that makes sense before I move on. All right, you guys are getting it. Awesome. And I'm going to answer questions at the end, okay? I want you to imagine being this person right here. And every single time you cycle on any package that you own, on all 16 packages, or even the same package over and over, that you open up 2,046 opportunities for you to get paid every single time. I'm showing you this could be you. Someone could come in here in this person's matrix that you don't even know, and it's going to pay all the way up to you. So the way it works, and I'm going to show it to you right now, is the breakdown on the percentages of the 10%. As you can see here, we've got 2% on level 1, 1% on level 2 and 3, 2% on level 4, 1% on 5 and 6, and 2% on 7. Okay, so let's take a look at this at the actual numbers and let me help you understand it. I'm gonna have to go back to that other slide, but I want you to see something, okay? These are the numbers, and all I showed is I showed the first 2 packages in this Lion Share Velocity contract and the last 2. It's only 10% of the package, remember. So what you probably have done the math on at this point is our very first package inside of the Velocity contract is going to be 1,000 Tron. Our second package is 2,000. I couldn't do them all, right? Our top 2 packages are 75,000 Tron and 100,000 Tron, okay? So those are the very top packages. You're just looking at 10%. That's why I did those numbers like that. I want to make sure you understand the math, all right? So what you're looking at here is you're looking at level 1 through 10. You might be saying, well, James, hold on. You just showed us 7. Why are you showing us 10? This makes no sense. I'm going to go back to this slide in a second. I'm going to show you what I mean. But I wanted you to take a look at, hey, these are the way that the percentages work. So let me go back here and let me show you why this thing is showing 10. All right, this is the way it works. I know that these numbers are going to be backwards to some of you, but I want you to stay with me for a second. I'm going to help you understand this, okay? This right here is considered level 10, okay? You're all the way here at the very top. This is level 10, okay? Level 10, level 9, level 8, level 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it? Number 7 is you, all the way down 10 levels. So if someone comes in here at the 10th level, this is right here, this very bottom one, and they make a payment, it's paying all the way up. But see, it didn't make a payment on this level or this level. It skipped all the way to this level, right? So it went above this person's sponsor and made the first payment all the way up to you. Now, look at this. You can start to see how these numbers multiply very quickly, right? And it becomes insane. I can't even do the math on all these, but I want you to imagine owning all 16 packages, cycling on those packages. Some of them you won't cycle, 100 times. Some of them you will cycle 200 times. And every single time you did that, opening up another 2,046 times for you to get paid. Folks, it gets insane. If you've been looking for a way to create some residual income, if you've been looking for a way to be able to build an organization, that's much deeper than just 15 levels or 20 levels or even 50 levels, you are looking at it right now. You will not find, in my opinion, a better opportunity to build your business long term and have payments coming in on a consistent basis than what you're looking at right now. Now, again, I'm going to do a video that will break this down in even further detail and actually draw it out so you can see me on a whiteboard doing that. That will come this week. So just know that that's going to be coming, but I wanted you guys to get the gist of it. So the next thing that we're going to talk about here is what we call the crown bonus. Okay. Out of the 30% that goes in the compensation plan, 5% goes to the direct sales bonus, right? Every time you make a sale, 10% goes into the 2x2. We already know how that works. First two go up line, 3, 4, and 5 go to you. 6 makes you cycle again. 10% goes into the hybrid unilevel, which we just talked about, that opens up 2,046 opportunities for you to get paid every single time you cycle on any package. It's insane, right? Also, 5% goes into what we are going to call the crown bonus. That's what you're going to be learning about right now. One of the biggest things, again, I talked about is that as things get going in a 2x2 matrix, as things get going in a unilevel, sometimes your potential earnings go down a little bit. And you have these massive income earners that all of a sudden are doing a lot of work, but maybe they're not earning like they should for the work that they're having to put in. We've created this crowd bonus that is actually going to take 5% of the total revenue and pay it out in bonuses to those who are having success. The top 5 income earners inside of our smart contract on a monthly basis will split 3% of the total revenue that is brought into lion's share. Folks, this is huge. If you just go to our Tron contract right now, okay, the one that's currently out there, I think that we've done between 500 and 600 million Tron. I think that I'm right. I may be a little bit off. It doesn't matter. Go do the math on it, multiply it by 3%, and then divide that by 5. You're going to see that this is a massive, massive bonus. This bonus is taken every single month. So the way it would work is we're in the month of June. And for example, whatever is earned between June 1st and June 30th during that calendar month, the top 5 income earners will be paid this bonus on the 5th of July. Okay. If we were launched and we were working it, that's exactly how it would work. So the first bonus would probably start working in July. I'll give you more of the dates and stuff like that. And the first bonus will probably be paid out on August 5th. Okay. Top 5 income earners every single month have the opportunity to split 3% of lion's share revenues. Folks, I'm telling you, people will be scratching and fighting if they understand the math on this. This is a huge, huge bonus. But there's some of you out there that might be like, James, this means nothing to me because I'm never going to be that top 5 income earner. I do not have the ability to do that, right? I don't have the skill set to go out there and refer people and ever be at the top of that leaderboard. Well, 2 things I want to say to you. Number 1, if you're saying that, you're right. You don't have the ability because you just said it. Number 2, though, if you are out there and you are building your business, we want to give you a chance to be able to earn. This is the people's smart contract, right? We've said that all along. This is your smart contract. This is not James Ward. This is not our developers. This is the Lion's Share community smart contract. It cannot be changed. It cannot be taken off the blockchain. If Lion's Share website went down tomorrow, the smart contract is still there. There's great opportunity here. But with all that being said, here's what we're going to do. Every person that makes at least 3 personal sales on any package, okay, inside of Lion's Share. So any package in that 30-day calendar month period, and maybe 31, depending on the month, during that calendar month, we're going to take a random drawing of 20 people and we're going to pay out 2% of the entire revenue that came in. Okay. So think about that. If you made 3 sales this month, your name is automatically entered into the drawing. For every 5 sales you make after that, we enter your name again. Now, this is a drawing. This is a random drawing, but it's also facilitated and easily done inside of the smart contract where all the payments will go instantly and directly to you. So folks, you're looking at something that, number 1, rewards the very top income earners, but we're also rewarding those people that are out there building your business. Okay. 3 sales a month, especially at 1,000 Tron. Almost anyone can do that who is actually working our business. But the cool thing is, even if you don't want to work it, we know that you can still earn through the growth bonus. Okay. So we also have a new thing that we're coming out with called our Lion's Share ranks. You can see that it starts with affiliate. It goes all the way up to Crown Legend. Now, these ranks are based on your personal volume and the people that you personally sponsors personal volume as well. By personal volume, what I mean by that is sales that you personally have made inside of Lion's Share, and anyone that you introduced to Lion's Share. So anyone that you personally referred, it will also look at what they have personally done, and that will be included in your volume as well. These are the rankings that you're currently looking at. Now, the next question is be like, well, what do we get if we hit those rankings? Well, there's no specific bonuses that we've set aside inside of the velocity contract to be able to pay a bonus. However, there will be things that are coming in the way of social recognition, number one. COVID is gone, so we will definitely, it's not gone, but it's gotten better. So, and as things change inside the world, we will definitely be having lion share events. And based on your ranking, there will definitely be some things that you're going to get. We also have many, many different contests and things that we're going to be doing. So there's going to be a lot that goes into this ranking. But here's what I know inside of this industry: people will fight for recognition more than they will fight for a dollar. That's the truth. People much rather be recognized inside of their organization, publicly, socially, whatever it is, than they had even getting money for their family. It's an insane thing, but it's just the way it works. It's the way people's minds work. Okay, so we do have the new lion share ranks that will be coming out with this contract as well, that I am very excited about, because we definitely want to recognize you for your success. Now, here are the packages, so you have an understanding of what the cost is going to be. They start at 1,000 Tron, go all the way up to 100,000 Tron. You can buy one, you can buy all of them. It's going to be solely based on your budget and what you can do. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, here's the deal, okay? And let me get to, as we get started here, I want you to understand what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the dates. We're going to talk about how this is going to affect your business. So I only have a couple slides here left, so just bear with me for just a second, okay? I want you to understand how this is going to work for people coming into Lionshare. Number one, you got to create a Tron wallet. We all know that. Most of you are inside of Lionshare already, or other smart contracts, so that's easy for you to do. Number two, you're going to get the link of whoever sent you to Lionshare. Now, if you're an existing member, you're already going to have an account created. All you're going to have to do is upgrade it right there in your back office, okay? Now, for new people that are coming in, or new people that are just finding out about this, you have to be part of Lionshare to be able to participate. You have to own L1 and L2 on our Tron contract in order to be able to participate in the Velocity Smart contract. So if you have a whole new crew of people that you want to introduce this to, you better get them in Lionshare L1 and L2 today, right? Or at least before we go live. They got to be in there to get positioned so they can have early entry into this Velocity contract. Now, obviously, step 4 is to start earning Tron every single day. We've already talked about Tron Wallet. I'm not going to spend any time on that. I do want to talk just really quickly about the Lionshare difference, and then we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to answer some questions. When we built this, we were the very first company out there to ever create a true follow me matrix. We're also the first company that we don't force you to upgrade after you cycle. Most companies out there, if you cycle on any level, if you don't upgrade, you can't earn anymore, even on the package that you own. We don't do things like that, as you know. We're the only smart contract out there that has the ability to adjust its prices up and down based on the price of Tron. If Tron goes insane, we can lower the prices. If it goes way down, we can raise the prices. We have the ability to do that. Affordability. One thing that we've always said inside of Lionshare is we want to be attractive to the masses. So regardless of where you live in the world today, you have the ability to afford this. Now, one thing with the Velocity contract that is new is if you are inside of the United States, you're not going to be able to access the Velocity Smart contract from a US IP address. Okay, so for US people, this is not available. Anywhere else in the world, you have the opportunity to participate. As long as you have a Tron wallet, you can absolutely do that. I just want to make sure that people are aware of that. You also, obviously, as we talked about, have the potential to earn without referring. That is so huge and gives people an unfair advantage, not only having an income source coming in without having to refer, but also as you are out there going to build your business, being able to tell people, look, even though you're not a huge referrer, you can come in here, you can grow your Tron, you can participate in this, because it's going to give people a sense of confidence. As soon as they see the payments coming in, that confidence will go out through the roof, and they will start referring people. Even if they didn't think that they could, they will. Just watch and see. So with that being said, what do we do from here? What is going to happen? So let me go on. I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to get back to you here. Okay. For all of you who are putting comments in here, I'm excited as well. Very, very excited. This is going to be a very fun situation, but how does it affect you? Okay. Couple key things. Number one, as I said, We are the only smart contract that I know of that has figured out a way to move your entire organization to a new smart contract and allow you to benefit from what you already built. There are people in here that literally have hundreds of thousands of people inside of their organization. All those people are going to move with you. So as soon as the contract goes live, your team is going to want to start upgrading. Now, just like the last contract we came out with, you need to make sure to upgrade before your team does, right? You don't want anyone to be able to pass you. So just keep that in mind. Now, we're going to be giving people a heads up. This is not going to be like what I would say last time. Last time, I don't want to call it a mess, but it was a little bit of a challenge, right? There was a little bit of mess because we had to relaunch a couple times. I don't believe we're going to run into those issues. What I believe that we're going to see is the opportunity for me to tell you, hey, we're going live. This is a date that we're going live, and I don't have that yet. But what I do want to let you know is that the goal is to have this launch before the end of June. It may be July, the first week of July, but the goal is to have it before the end of June. So that could be any day between now and the end of June. I will continue to keep you updated. We're going to be doing these meetings every single day for the most part. There are a couple days I'm going to be traveling that I can't do it, but you will start to see leaders step up. You will start to see other people that are presenting this as they become familiar and get excited about it. So just keep that in mind. So with that being said, what I would like to do, Rajneesh, I see you here, man. I don't want to put you on the spot, but you were, for those of you who don't know Rajneesh, I'm going to invite him out. I don't know if he'll come out if he can, but for those of you who don't know Rajneesh, he was one of our top income earners, I think, number one or number two, both in the Ethereum and the Tron contract. He is a phenomenal leader. He's in charge of the Rockstar team. And he's one of these guys that I've been going back and forth with as we were building this compensation plan out, as we were building this opportunity, just getting some feedback. So he was really the very first to know about what's going on. He has an amazing team. Rajneesh, I just wanted to see, man, can you come out and just say hello? And I'm kind of putting myself on the spot here too, because you may not like what I said, but I want to just get your feedback, man. Come out and say hello with your amazing beard, which I'm super jealous of. Come out and say hello to people. Again, for those of you who don't know, Rajneesh, amazing leader from India, the Rockstar team. Let's see if we can get him unmuted. Rajneesh,
Hello, James.
hey,
Yeah,
how you doing?
I'm here, man. I'm good, James. How are you?
I'm good. I see that you're blessed. I read that on your shirt.
Always, when we are here together, lunch again. So we are all blessed, actually. Uh, James, first of all, I still have the goosebumps here on after watching what you have just shown us in this presentation. Congratulations and thanks to you for all your hard work. I know all those late nights and all we were talking regarding this compensation plan, how you were doing the math and all, so that everyone could win. And I know how many lives is gonna change with the help of Lineshare again. Because last year when we launched, it was like uh, so many lives. I can say that very proudly. So many lives were changed. People are still happy. People are making money, still making money with Lineshare previous contract. But what you have created now is the one people were waiting for. Like some people were waiting for the passive income, they got it. Some people were waiting for the something different than two by two, you got the hybrid matrix. I mean everything. So thank you, James. This is definitely gonna change so many thousands and thousands of lives again. And me and my team Rockstar, is ready. We have so many leaders here on this call. They are watching us closely today for this call. And this is the very first call for us, and we are going to start our own calls, like in Hindi Zooms and all, or I'll do another English call as well for the leaders. So around the world, I have big structure with big turnovers. Even I'm gonna break my own records this time. So I'm excited. Everybody is excited in Team Rockstar. Hello, everyone. So just to say hello to all. I'm sure everybody is excited with me and with what James has just presented to us. So let's rock, guys. Thank you, James, again and again. You are such a blessing for thousands and thousands of lives worldwide. Thank
Man,
you, James.
I appreciate that. What I love about Rajneesh here is that As you heard while he was talking, the one thing that he talked about was not himself. You didn't hear him build up himself one time. I had to build him up. He's talking about his own team and how so many people's lives changed. He remembers anyone that was here last summer in 2020, and even into the spring, how many people's lives got changed by what we were doing. And in a time where so many people needed it, right? We needed that
Yeah,
opportunity to be able to go out there. So man, I appreciate your leadership. I really do. And what I would like to do as we're going forward here, I'm going to bring out more leaders as we go. Today, we've already been on here an hour, but, Rajneesh, I wanted to bring you out, man. So thank you so much for taking the time. And, I appreciate your feedback as we were coming back and forth. The one thing that you kept opening up my eyes to were like the opportunity, you said it, where everybody can win. You use that term, where everybody can win.
yeah,
The leaders have the ability to win. The people that are just getting started for the first time have the opportunity to win. The passive people have the chance to win if they choose to. So you said it best, man. So listen, as I said, we'll
I'm
be
so
doing.
glad, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. So we'll be doing these every single day. I'm going to send out the schedule again. I will put the PowerPoint and the PDF in the Telegram room again. Now, for those of you who do not follow us, give me 1 second here before we wrap this up. And I'm going to throw this in here. And I'm going to look at the questions really quickly to see if there's anything I might be able to answer quickly. But right there is our official Telegram link. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That is the official Telegram link. So just check that out. That's where we're going to be putting all of the information. Okay, so just keep that in mind. For those of you who are asking for my phone number, I don't give that out, but I will tell you my Telegram is James Ward Official. So James Ward Official. If you want to hit me up on Telegram, obviously I get a ton of messages, but I will do my best to get back with you as soon as I can. I try to answer everybody as quickly as I can. It doesn't always work like that, but I do my best. Okay. So let me see here if there's any final questions. Love to see common cultures within crypto. I'm with you, Rain. Thank you so much. Thank you. I look forward to this. So listen, folks, regardless of where you're at in the world here today, I know that I don't know how many people we had here, maybe like 125. I think we had like 150 last night. Not a tremendous amount of people, but you got to remember something. We have not been actively doing Zooms for a while now. So the idea now is to make sure that we go out there, that we are able to get people started, get them excited about what's going on. So if you are inside of Lionshare, I'm telling you, like, and I'm gonna release the video, but if you can wrap your head around the opportunity that you have inside of this new platform, you have a huge opportunity for you and your family to have an amazing summer and beyond. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come out here today. We will have the same exact presentation tomorrow, hopefully a little bit better. I'll get better at this. Be looking for the compensation plan video that will be coming out as well. I'll put the PDF and the PPT in the Telegram room where you can check it out. There's many of you who I assume will want me to be doing, events for your team, your leaders. I already have a couple of those lined up. I know Rajneesh and I'll be hitting his team very soon. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you for everything that you've done to build Lionshare community. As I say, we have the best people on the planet, in my opinion. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much, and we will see you real soon. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, bro. Thank
See you.
you.